Yo, what's good with you guys? It's your boy James back at it again. And today, I want to talk about making sacrifices. I probably talked about this in a video a long time ago, but we're going to run back to it again. The main reason for why I talk about sacrifices, making sacrifices, not that selling out or whatever. No, I'm talking about legitly. I'm talking about like when it comes to this type of stuff, right? You have to, all the time that you spend partying, all the time you spend hooking up with these girls, you got to take the time to really focus on yourself, making sacrifices. You might not even be able to hang out with your family like that. But at the end of the day, as long as your family, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you know how to balance it. I always tell you guys have your family, go hang out with your family. You know, don't always try to be away from them all the time, 24/7. I want to make this video because it came across my mind, you know, making sacrifices. When we talk about this, what is the real meaning of it, right? And I just feel like, when it comes down to it, right, I say for me, like making sacrifices for me was cutting off women. I had to cut off women. That was my biggest problem. And it's a lot of guys' problem nowadays is women. And it not targeting women, but when guys sit here and get at women instead of focusing on themselves, it's a problem. Now, is there something wrong with being in a relationship? No, it's not. I think there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, that is actually good because you're not hooking up with multiple women. But at the same time, it makes it more better when that woman understands that you got to make sacrifices. You got to make time, right? You got to make time. You know, you got to make time for your craft. You got to make time for your music, your content. But you will always make time for those people that's your girlfriend, your family, right? And it takes a real person to know that. And so, for example, like for me, I haven't ate nothing. Right now, it is 12. I haven't ate nothing. I just been recording videos, got done finishing my project, which I'm finna be dropping very soon. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about the grind, bro. The grind. You know, we talk about the grind a lot. And it's not easy. It's not. It's a lot of self-improvement you got to do. There's a lot of stuff you got to do. And making sacrifices, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. When I go make these videos, I don't care about the views. I just post content because I truly love to do it. I love to talk to you guys about life. Even for me, man, when I go to the gym, I don't really care to talk to girls. If it happens, it happens. Lord knows I talk to women, but on a level to where I have intercourse with them, no, I don't. I don't care for that. Speaking of that, today I got to go do sun gazing for a little bit since it's sunny today. Thank you, Lord. Go jog for a little bit, sun gaze, and then when I get back, I do a panel. So it's going to be a busy day today, but that's all in the works of doing what I love to do, which is content and music and all that. This happened after I stopped watching The Hub. Like I tell you guys already, you know, when you stop watching The Hub, I got to say that every video because I want to spread the message. When you stop watching The Hub and you just lock in with yourself and you go on Semen Retention for however long you go, you start recognizing talents that you never knew. Like for me, I like to make R&B songs, stuff like that. I love music. I truly do. You guys know I got a whole channel dedicated to that. Shout out to you guys, by the way, for subscribing to the page. If you guys want to subscribe to the music page, the link will be in the bio. I just dropped a new song. But making sacrifices will always lead to something good, man. I will say one thing is like real people around you gonna understand. Now, if people get mad at you because you're not making time for them, then at the end of the day, they don't understand your grind, bro. They don't understand that you're trying to go to a whole nother level. For me, example, I plan to get my apartment soon, right? And I say this every video, and I'm putting the work towards it. A lot of people will say, well, James, what are you doing to put the work in? I'm doing content, everything. Because when that time comes, I'm going to have extra money. You know, that's why I be going live on TikTok a lot and grinding because I get money from TikTok. And the motivation I use is when TikTok literally sent me like $13. And I just save it up. I don't touch the money. I don't ever touch the money. I just go ahead and, keep it in there. Because that's money I'm getting from TikTok. You feel me? And when it comes to YouTube, we almost literally, bro, I go look at my page on the self-improvement page. We're literally almost close to 900. It's crazy. Like, we're going to hit probably 900 by the end of this month, if possible. Shout out to you guys, by the way. Without y'all, I will be nothing. Like I told you guys, I'm always focusing on myself. You guys know I'm always making a lot of content. And a lot of y'all may be curious. James, have you made sacrifices? Yes, I have. I made sacrifices cutting off a lot of friends I used to be with. It is what it is. I've cut off women. I thought they were good for me, and they wasn't. Because if they was, they'd be supporting. But they not supporting. And that's how it is nowadays. People don't really support you until you make it. That's how it is with music. It's not hard to blow up for music or anything. There's so much content going on right now in this world. Why not start? That's what I always tell people. At the end of the day, read your Bible scriptures. Thank God for another day. But what really helps you get to that next level is being on semen retention as well. For me, I've been on semen retention for a long time. I don't watch the hub. I don't indulge into intercourse with women. I do talk to women on Instagram here and there, but it's never to the point to where I'm like that. And if a woman does want to engage in that with me, I tell her I got to get to know you first. Because at the end of the day, you can't just stick your Jimmy Johnson to any chick. You can't. You don't know what energy she has and your energy. You got to protect your energy at the end of the day. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You got to protect your energy. You can't just, even disciplining yourself when it comes to food, that's making sacrifices. I'll give you guys a good example. My diet, I'm not even gonna call it a diet, but what I usually do is I don't really eat nothing like that right away in the morning. I eat something at like 12 or 1, and I go eat. And then after that, I'll eat way later on to let that food digest. You don't want to just keep eating forcefully, because that's how people, like, your stomach is telling you, oh, I want more, but your mind's telling you, you already ate. And that's another way of making a sacrifice. Last night I ate something at like 11 or 10, went straight to sleep. Ate like 4 sandwiches. That's what I eat. I don't really eat nothing else. I'm just going out to eat. I don't go out to eat anymore like that. I stopped doing that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, does it really matter? Why go out to eat when I got food at the house? So that's making discipline. That's making sacrifices too. Is like for people that drink. I always say this every video. If you drink, if you're a social drinker, nothing wrong with that. You're having fun. As long as you balance it out. If you're doing it every single day, that's not good at that point. Because at that point, you just messing up your body. Like for me, it's my homeboy's birthday this week. Next weekend, I'm gonna drink with him. You know what I mean? Now smoking, I don't smoke. I don't smoke at all. I don't do none of that. I used to smoke weed probably like 2016. Stopped smoking, cleared myself from that. It's been amazing. One thing I will say is that, when it comes to me doing music, I have fun with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have fun with it. Like, I just drop music. I don't sit there and be like, man, if I don't make it by this, I'm gonna be done. Like, no. I have fun with content. That's why I keep doing content, because this is my bread and butter. Like, everything's my bread and butter, and making sacrifices could always lead to something positive. And I'm not talking about sacrifice in the industry. I'm talking about sacrifices. Like, even getting gains, bro. Like, going to the gym, you got to make a sacrifice by not talking to these girls. And Lord knows, like, when I'm at the gym, girls be looking at, bro, I kid you not, there was a girl dancing in her little tights or whatever, leggings. And she was just dancing, looking at me. And you know how girls look around and she looked at you. When a girl look at you, but she looking around, that's what happened to me. So I start laughing. Me, when I'm at the gym, I be rapping my music. I be chilling. I be vibing. I be going crazy in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really be vibing, bro. And that's another way of making a sacrifice, is by not even entertaining women. Yes, I said it. You should not be entertaining women. Don't entertain women. You got to make a sacrifice. Stop talking to them. Focus on yourself. Stop worrying about relationships. Focus on yourself. You know, there's a lot of people that I know that don't focus on women, and they're doing good. And to my guys out there that are in relationships, because I know people that are, I mean, at the end of the day, they know how to balance it out. And that woman's that's with them understand that the man is on his grind. The man is trying to get to that top right now. He's trying to go to the top. He's trying to grind. So she does nothing but respect it. You know what I mean? So this is definitely one of those situations where I haven't found a chick like that yet, but I think the time will come when the time will come. I'm not gonna put God in this, the Holy Father, because in the day, he could lead you to it. He could give you signs and all that, but it's on you. You know what I mean? But regardless, the time will come, the time will come. You know, there's a lot of times, even with me, like, there's a lot of girls I can easily talk to, exes even, but I don't want to do it. I don't care for it because I feel like I'm going backwards at that point. If I go ahead and talk to this girl that I used to mess with, that I only mess with no more, I'm only mess with her because I want something. That's what a lot of dudes gotta stop thinking like that and make sacrifices. Even when it comes to fam, your family will understand. Bars, your family will understand. You know, there's no greater feeling knowing that, like, this future is going to be good for me and my family. Because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect, and you only live once. So you got to live your life to the best. You know what I mean? And making sacrifices, it can mean anything. You know, if this person got their apartment, you ain't got your apartment yet. For anybody out there, man, don't get discouraged. Girls will still rock with you, but it's important to get your own place as well. But don't worry about that, though. Don't worry about hooking up with these women. Worry about bettering yourself. Worry about thinking about the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Think about a lot of things. Don't just think about, you know, if I don't do it by this age, I failed in life. No, that's not how it works. The marathon doesn't end. The marathon continues. You feel me? Shout to Nipsey if I said that right. A lot of people got to think like that. Like, even for me doing music, I'm making sacrifice. I had to stop hanging out with a lot of people to lock in with this music, to start making my music, to start pushing out my music. I do that every day because ain't nobody gonna do it but me. That's what we gotta realize. Us as men, us as even men and women, nobody's not gonna get it but us. You gotta get it. Your family will be by your side, but you gotta be the one to put the work in. You feel me? Like, that's just a true fact. When I go to the gym, ain't nobody gonna tell me to get these gains but me. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And that's what a lot of people gotta realize, is that when it comes to this life that we live in, you gotta get these gains. You gotta, everything with life, man, you gotta make a sacrifice. If you gotta stop talking to these bops and these women so you can focus on yourself, then go do it. Stop trying to sit there and have them around because they giving you the cooch. Any girl could give you the cooch. Stop thinking like that. I gotta keep this girl around because she giving it to me. It don't matter. Let her be. Honestly, when a woman gets more turned on when you focus on yourself and you on celibacy, because you can control your sexual discipline as a man. So when I tell you guys making sacrifices, it's not just about, you know, your career that you're working towards. It's about for your mindset, the people you hang around. I guarantee you everything, love. The people I hang around now, they on their stuff, man. Everybody's doing their own thing right now. Everybody's killing it. That's the best group to have. Nobody's judgmental. Nobody's not trying to tell nobody what to do. I've had groups like that in the past where it just didn't feel right. Some people in the group were just too lustful for me. I couldn't deal with it. The people I have now, we don't talk about no lustful stuff. Actually, most of my homeboys in relationships. So that's just fire. I get tired and not talking like I've been hooking up with women. No, I just been staying to myself. But in reality, in this world, you can do anything you want. Your life could change with one video. Your life could change with one song. Your life could change with one TikTok. So why sit here and give up? Make sacrifices and start putting the work in. All them times you going to the club. All them times you hanging out with Keisha. All them times you hanging out with your girl. In reality, she ain't caring about your grind. She's like the fact you giving her the Jimmy Johnson, that's it. So think about this, man. May God bless you all and y'all family. I appreciate y'all. We finna be hitting 900 soon. We on the grind right now. I'm on a generational run right now. Your boy got the haircut too. You already know I had to. My hair is getting bigger. But yeah, man. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. May God bless y'all and y'all family. Shout out to my guy Jay. Shout out to everybody.